Should be fun. When we came to this piece of property, it had nothing. It was a grown-up mess with nothing here. We built, dug the basement and footings for both of these buildings, put the pond in, put all the utilities in except for the septic, did all the trails and the road, and probably 95% of this whole place we did. And he's having us back to do some more. So, look, he's going to put a little building structure here. So we're going to bring a road in, put some drains in to get the water across the street. Pad here. Pond's almost full. He's got 16 inches to full, so we're going to kind of clean up the banks a little bit where some of the erosion's taking place from it filling up. And then all of the material that we dug out of the old pond and dumped in the back is finally dry enough to do something with, we think. So we're going to push it all up into a big backstop for a fire shooting range, 200-yard shooting range off the back of this building. So got a lot of dirt to move here in the next week. Should be fun. Show you the pond. I like the siding on this building. Turned out nice. You got this much water coming into a pond, you're going to be dealing with some minor erosion issues. Other than that, everything's going to plan. Like I said, 16 inches to full. Got a couple floaters on the logs that we put in there, but they'll waterlog and sink down. It is now stocked. Dry hydrants underwater. You can see it sticking up down there. The Purple Martin box is fully, there's no vacancy there. They're a pretty cool bird. They're colonial nesters and they like to live near water and open spaces. And they are very noisy, but they help with the bugs a lot. Then we'll do some final grading for him and kind of clean this place up a little bit. We have gotten a lot of those comments. People just see the snapshots of us draining the original pond in order to build this one. But what they don't see is that the original condition of that existing pond was terribly neglected. Water quality was terrible. It was full of silt. It's overgrown. I mean, couldn't access it. And now we've built this enormous pond here. The homeowner is putting bird houses up. He's got owl boxes out there. As you can tell, they're fully inhabited. He's got deer that walk all over this thing drinking out of this pond. It's fully accessible. It's full of fish. They're all young, obviously. He had to restock them, but you probably got 10 times the population of fish in here. Turkeys and coyotes and bobcats and everything under the sun that lives in Missouri you'll find here. So it's unfortunate when people think that all we do is destroy things. Clearly not. You know. All 12 foot by 200 foot approximately. Gravel driveway with a 40-foot flared end at the front. Installed two 12 by 12 yard drains at the front.
Right here, you said you wanted it to come out and then turn in.
Well, yeah, but it just needs to be right. So if it pretty much lines up perfect with the building and all we got to do is just make it 2 feet wider or 3 feet wider in front of the door, then that's what we'll do. And then I got level 55 foot by 62 foot area for post and beam structure. Estimated to cut approximately, well, see, I put cut 2.5 foot, but I don't think that's what we meant.
That's part of the pad.
Yeah, reroute downspouts and foundation drains. Install 1 foot of 2-inch minus gravel in the area for construction. Install 4 inches of 1 inch clean on the pad for concrete prep. Grade any excess dirt on the downhill side of the pad. I have a budget of 300 tons of 2-inch minus. So should be pretty good.
For the pad or
for all of it, for the whole project. because
How much rock is going on top of the pad? Couple inches.
I have a max of a foot.
A foot of gravel?
Yeah, but we may not need that much.
Caterpillar.
There's 100 tons of rock sitting here right now.
Look at this little buddy. It's not moving now. Should eat it.
I got 5, says you won't.
We were doing, working on a septic tank the other day. And we had to drain the old one so we could put the new one in. And Scotty offered me $1,000 to go lay down in the old septic tank.
I have a rumbly in my tumbly. I feel like I could shit through a screen door and not touch a wire. Grab your mom's shoe. Good morning.
Good morning.
I think you look really stellar with a mustache.
Construction.
Oh.
We come up over that hill and they hadn't put a sign for over 3 miles.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I was 1 car length away. Had the brakes smashed. I was running over $4 grand, and every gear I was dropping.
Well, it's you could do those big truck drag races. Yeah, hell of a driver. Oh gosh, what?
Is this entertaining for you?
Friday.
Okay. Are you gonna go out to Scotty's? Probably should. That's a cool little job. Building a big old road down to a river,
Find the hat I like, and they'll shape it.
clearing trees and big cut. Okay. Well, why don't you guys get started on that? I'll go ahead and get a jump on getting this pipe here so somebody's not sitting here for a while with nothing to do.
This is my handy dandy vacuum. Very handy.
This is a trail project that we're doing. About 30 minutes west of Forestell. Pretty simple. All we're doing is making a trail down to the river at the bottom of this hill. And I was just hanging out with the homeowners. They're really cool. They're very excited about it. So he's only had this machine on the ground running for 20 or 30 minutes. He's got a pretty good head start on it. I want to keep as many trees as possible, which is always tricky. But giving it a shot.
All about to build the road down to the river. It's going pretty good so far, but if you walk down there about 100 yards, it gets steep.
Does it?
Yeah, pulling a lot of dirt out. It's concerning though, because we're already starting to hit some rock, which is good for the road, but I'm sort of worried we're getting shelf rock down there. But I think we can go quick. I think we get a dozer right here. We'll be done with this in 3 days with no complications. I got to call James this afternoon when I finish up and just kind of touch base and see if we did get a breaker right here. If we got to get a breaker, we'll do that, and then just kind of minimize the amount of time we got to have a dozer out here. If I can get it all the way cut down, pretty flat, we can bring a dozer out here for 1 day and just clean it up, smooth it off. Because they're not rocking at all. They're just gonna look at a natural trail. We got a little pad you can go down there by the river and a little access to get down to the water. Probably gonna be a couple rock check or water bars going across. I'm gonna slope this off and put a ditch on the inside of the hill. 500 yards maybe. Shoot, maybe more than that.
kind of hard to tell because it just drops off down there at the bottom. But it's like once you take that steep drop off, it's right there is the pad of the river. But as long as I don't hit rock there, I don't see an issue. Did you see what happened over at my other job? It's the text I got Sunday night.
What is that?
It's a septic tank.
Is it floating?
It floated.
Uh-oh.
The risers didn't come in before that big rain, so we couldn't backfill it. We filled it and put enough water. We thought we put enough water in them, but obviously not.
Did you fix it?
Yeah, that's what we did yesterday. That's the finish. The blocks around it, got it all backfilled. It's got 34 inches of fill on top of it.
So this is relatively simple. Really, we're just making our way down the side of this hillside here, down until we get to the bottoms. There's a river there that they want to be able to drive it side by side all the way down. Really, all he's doing is pulling from one side and putting it on the other to get a level path down there. And once he's done going through here, getting all the trees and debris out of the way with the excavator, get a dozer to go through here and clean all this up. Pretty easy. So this was all done roughly within the last hour. And it is starting to get steeper as he makes his way down here, so he is going to have to cut more out of the hillside on the right side. But easy peasy. I'm back at the road project that we're doing. Scotty's pretty much done this one all to himself. All by himself, rather. And it turned out really good. And again, all we're doing here is just creating a road for side by side for them to get down to the river and have access down there. There's several spots where we've added culverts to allow the water to flow to the other side for drainage. These homeowners, they just want to keep it natural, and this is exactly what they want. They're extremely happy with how it's turned out so far. So we bid this out for a week, and we're only 4 days in, and today we'll be done before noon. He's just doing some cleanup and making it look nice. He cut a pretty good chunk out of this hillside to be able to do this. Man, it turned out good. They wanted to save as many trees as they could. And really, it doesn't look like he had to take any to get through here, which is great. So he did have to remove some trees to get this, but if that's all he took, a lot of that looks dead too. But if that's all he took to get down here, that's pretty good. So they've got this nice little creek bottom down here, and this is what they wanted to access. So now they can. Cleaned up this side a little bit too. They just want to come down here and hang out, they said. Yeah, this is cool. That's it. Pretty cool. Really happy with how this one turned out.
Say something funny.
I only have mean things to say right now.
Will this change your mind?
A little bit. Actually, no. It doesn't change my mind.
Scotty got a tip today.
Yeah, I was shaking my.
Can't put that online
It's
either.
Jesse Murphy.
Yeah, this is a disaster.
Is it wet?
Extremely wet.
Wet.
I literally told James, I said, this is not a good idea. Because it's gonna get stuck.
It won't get stuck.
It will get stuck.
It's a.
There's,
Hot
there's
track
still
loader.
water underneath of this whole pad.
Figured.
If you go over there, in the test holes I dug, they're all full of water.
It's only been like what?
Hmm?
How long has it been? Year and a half?
2 years
2
roughly.
years almost?
My food is here.
Crazy.
Lunchtime, baby.
Big back. Get the Bavarian smokehouse.
Best place in the world. Yeah.
I need to put that squirrel up there and show them ladies.
Look at that. Monster hog of a sandwich. It's like $8, right?
Yeah.
$8.
Or
Their meal of the day.
their daily special.
Mmm.
What is that?
Dang, maybe I should have
Teriyaki
gotten that.
chicken.
Damn. Egg roll and a crab ragoon.
Mm-hmm. $11.99.
You mean to tell me that crab rain ragoon? Okay.
Bavarian Smokehouse.
I spent thousands of dollars there. I bet you like that.
I want the dog breed, brother. Better than wearing hay dudes.
I never want to hear anybody get mad at me for wearing hay dudes again. Because bro's literally barefoot. That's crazy.
So all of this material right now that we're digging into, this is all of the old pond slop that we pulled out of the original pond here. So for several days, probably 4 or 5 days, we ran 2 trucks, 2 haul trucks full of that material up here. We made a dam originally to hold the liquidy stuff. You can see that it's pretty good clay all the way around. And then we put all the liquid on the inside. That was 2 years ago. This is what we've got. And again, all we're doing with this is building a berm in a crescent shape so that he can have something to shoot into. He wants to shoot from that porch right there and wants 200 yards from there to the berm. Where Ben is about center. So it's still pretty wet down there.